Oh, right, I need to confirm with YouTube as well. Okay, sorry. Stream is being live.
Well, guess who was correct and who was wrong?
Yeah, I guess so.
Had I not been correct, as always, your stream would have been... We would have done this entire thing without streaming, wouldn't that have been a shame?
We would definitely would have. Alright. Okay. Alright. Greetings, ladies and ladies, and welcome to the Warhammer Preview of 2023. This time we are being promised that no new Primaris Lieutenants will be unveiled. And hence this usually makes up for like at least half of what the Warhammer Preview is about. I'm actually interested in what they're going to say today.
Take a look at the right side of this page.
I actually can't. Hang on. Yeah, I do. No.
What do you see there?
Pre-order
like on
now.
the big banner, what do you see? Right next to the title. What is this?
Well, that does look like a Primaris Lieutenant, doesn't it?
It does.
Well,
it does. I already feel cheated.
Yep, technically speaking, this ain't right.
I'm guessing this is a default banner.
I'm guessing so too.
Not a fancy specialized one. Alright.
Right. Okay, the not Warhammer 40k preview. All of the reveals in one place. Let's have a look. Oh, one more thing. As always, I'm being joined by my good and dear friend Theinrich over there, who has his own YouTube channel as well and should be uploading within the next few months at the very latest. So make sure to check him out and be one of the first on his page.
Yes. Anywhere between, let's say, 3 days to 2 years should, that's the estimated time of arrival of my next video. Who knows?
I actually think I have to do this again because I had my music on 100% instead of 15. So, in case you didn't hear me, I'm being joined by my dear friend Theinrich. He's over there. He's got his YouTube channel. Go subscribe and annoy him. Right. So, right now let's get into the preview. I'm already greeted.
If this stream gets 10,000 likes, I will upload my first video. That is my promise.
Do shorts count? If I do shorts about this, do they count in the mix?
You know what? Yes, let's say 1,000 likes on everything you make out of this.
Yes. Okay. so 1,000 likes and you do what? Upload within the next month?
Something. I upload at least 2 things.
Ooh. All right. I'm gonna make a million bot accounts. Right. First reveal of today, Warhammer Age of Sigmar.
Yes. I mean, we've already been excited about the Cities of Sigmar, and now we're releasing the real shit, apparently.
Yeah, finally. Okay, let's see what they got. The Cities of Sigmar muster for the Dawnbringer Crusades.
Ooh.
Right.
You're right, but you do get a launch box. I am seeing a video right now.
Oh. Oh. Ooh. Dang.
Oh, what on earth is that? Okay. The big character at the end there.
Okay, hang on, I'm still watching. Ah, that's a nice box as well. And leading the charge, Vedra. Oh shit!
I know, right? Oh my god!
What is that again? Is that that's a chimera, right? Ain't it?
No, I think a chimera is like.
I think it isn't it like a lion's head.
What's its tail? If it has like a snail's tail, I think then it's a chimera.
It
does have a scorpion. It's a manticore.
Yeah, it's a manticore, right?
Is it? I'm not sure. I think lion with scorpion's tail was a manticore.
Hang on, I'll have a look.
I'm gonna Google it.
Chimera. No. Oh no, it's a chimera. Get wrecked.
What is a? Okay, chimera is a. The Greek name means goat. This is not a goat.
But the depictions depict it as a lion.
Okay, counterpoint though, a manticore has a body of a lion, the tail of a scorpion, and sometimes it has wings.
Okay, shit, it's a manticore then.
To me, it seems very much like a manticore.
Yeah, it's a manticore then. Alright.
Which is cool, because manticores were like a chaos thing.
Yeah, a manticore looked like shit all of the time. And now they've actually got a decent model. Let's go.
True.
So let's have a look.
Oh, hell yeah. This is already cool. I have yet to see it in detail, but I'm already excited.
So the box features the robust core of a Castellite formation. Right. So we're getting 10 infantry models with 2.
This infantry looks like a Bretonia peasant mob.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely does.
From like a distance.
I like how one design I already like is that like every 10 men they put another like huge banner in the middle.
Yes.
So we're back to the old empire in that regard.
I mean, it's a bit overkill, 1 for 10, but it's still
Yeah,
it's nice
it kind of is. Yeah,
it's nice to see.
it's nice to see. This is going to be like painting wise. This could be the Bretonia of Age of Sigmar, because you've got just so much space to slap banners on them, and the design as well.
True, absolutely.
We're also getting like at least another character that hasn't been shown yet.
If you were to get this launch box, what would the symbol be? Like the decal you'd use for them? Would you like freehand something, or would you use a decal?
That's a good question. I like, as much as I like freehanding, these coat of arms already look extremely nice. I gotta think about that. Maybe I'll have an idea at the end of the stream. Also, of course, you know, a proof of the color combination. Beige with red. Very nice, very nice. But I also like the orange one as well, so I don't know what I'll go for. So, an experienced free guild marshal leads the force. So this is the guy that we've talked about in private. Actually, I haven't put out all the shorts yet.
But you're planning to release more about that?
Yeah, I just didn't have the time to edit them.
Right, I mean, we already talked about him. I said that I liked how he looked more like an actual medieval soldier in a world where guns are not that big of a deal. And in general, I think these are cool sculpts for relatively normal humans with nothing special going on.
Yeah. I can do nothing but agree. Like, this, hang on, I mismanaged the size of the streams window. Hang on. All right. I mean, I definitely agree. I definitely dig the new design aesthetic. If you want to hear more about it, I've already got a short out talking about the armor and everything. And I really like how they, you know, definitely keep the most important bits of the Empire design, which is like the two-tailed comet and the S for Sigma, but also mix in some Bretonian bits and mix up some, you know, medieval bits. And I definitely like how in this paint job, at least, I mean, this is of course, you know, the paint job and not the sculpting itself, but how the chainmail has like this golden trim for the characters, which is, you know, historically accurate and a very nice touch.
And I wouldn't have even noticed it had you not mentioned it, so it really is a small detail, but yeah, it is something you could see it's fancy, it's a fancy little thing.
Yeah, definitely some great models as well. And also like the different design, like the different assembly options as well are just amazing. You know, guy with a shield and sword, guy with big hammer, so two-handed weapon, or just two guns. So again, really along the lines of the old Empire, you know, the options you had with the different characters there.
One thing we always say is we dislike how few characters wear helmets. So I'm quite a big fan of the guy just holding his helmet in his arm, because it signifies, he does have a helmet. He's just not wearing it in this pose because he's obviously like resting, overlooking the battlefield. Yeah. Which is a nice compromise.
This guy over here, like the main guy, the main field marshal, he's an absolute Chad. Like, this is how I want my field marshal to look like.
Yeah,
and I'm all
absolutely.
very interested. Interesting that you mentioned it. Like, we don't have helmet options for these guys yet, and I'm very interested to see how they're going to manage that. Oh, and there's Ziggy is here.
What?
Oh, and the Inquisitor. So 2 people already in the chat. I'm sorry I couldn't read it because there was a pop-up blocking you guys. Ziggy says, I agree. I'm probably just going to get the Titans that are in plastic now. Ooh, spoiler alert.
What are you talking about?
And the Inquisitor says, great options. Also very well usable for other kit bashes, definitely. I'm interested to see how this is going to play out. But we've talked about these guys enough. We've talked about them already. And let's move on. This is the guy that I wanted to see.
Cool smoke effect, considering it's a... Keep in mind, this is still a plastic sculpt.
Yeah. Oh dang! Is the texture on his thing on his garb printed?
No, I think the symbols on his apron are actually sculpted in.
Yeah, the symbols are, but is the texture as well, like the rough?
No, I don't. I do not think so.
They just look really well painted then.
It does look like paint and nothing else.
That's interesting. Look at this guy. He looks
very
like...
cool paint job though, now that you mention it. Like the fact that we don't know if it's a paint job or is texture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think...
Oh, dang. What is this, you know, this overall design? What does it say about the use of magic for the
That's actually true. I mean, he's clearly like a metal mage, right? He has a metal symbol on his pot.
Good point.
Actually, doesn't he have like... What are the symbols? Hold on. I'm gonna look up the Warhammer magic symbols real quick.
So... We've got just the, you know, regular Sigmar iconography. We've got... Are these just all schools of magic?
Okay, I clearly see metal.
Really
That's a circle with arrow coming out of it.
Yeah.
And... I guess the... it's weird. I don't really recognize anything else, at least from like the normal symbols. I think the little 7-looking thingy looked a bit like the symbol of death, but it isn't.
You definitely are right, though. You know, reading the description, an Alchemite Warforger, a Wizard Smith, and he's a metallurgical mage.
Right.
So he's
I'm thinking,
reinforced armor, fused weapons, and so on.
The first symbol looks a bit like the symbol of fire, the second one a bit like... No, the first one is metal, the second one might be fire, and the third one... And the third one might be death, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It might all be metal, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know, maybe they've revamped the, you know, symbols a bit for Age of Sigmar, but like, metal is for sure.
Yes. I mean, definitely. He is throwing... Is he a supporting mage, or is he a offensive mage?
They say he's mostly for, you know, reinforcing armor and infusing weapons.
Oh, that's
but
cool.
Also aided by the smoldering runic crucifix they carry in the battle. So I guess he's got some attack spells or items as well.
Yeah, my guess is his main role is going to be just support.
Yeah.
Supporting the troops with better armor, enhancing the armor, but he can also like throw a hot rock at the enemies.
Definitely.
I'm assuming he's not going to be a combat beast, but I like that. I think that's good. It fits the Empire.
Yeah.
He's the master engineer in a way.
Yeah. This really seems like the description itself makes him really look like some sort of like dwarven magic guy, basically. And I'm also, you know, looking at his design, I'm interested to, you know more, get to know more about the Age of Sigmar lore and how the free Cities of Sigmar handle these mages, because this guy does not look like, or does not appear to, you know, be there mainly on his free will. Maybe I'm interpreting it too much in there.
No,
like,
I think he looks
the
like
helmet. I'm mainly going off the helmet.
I think it's just I think that just looks like a fancy welding mask to me. Like, kind of like Balthazar Geld's helmet. It's just, you know, don't melt your face off, so wear this helmet instead.
Okay, yeah, okay, fair enough. That might be as well. Yeah.
I definitely think he's there because, you know, he's competent. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Smith doing Smith things. I mean, this guy's lifting this entire pot with one arm, so yeah, he's definitely competent. Jesus Christ.
And like, it's not filled with water. The pot is like filled with molten rock, right?
Yeah,
so
it's molten. Yeah.
Molten metal, even worse.
So, and it's like 1 inch thick at least, with like 2 inches. Dang. Yeah, cast iron.
I definitely think this is a very cool model, but I also feel like this is gonna be difficult to paint.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Like, they really showed what they can do with this one in terms of painting. So,
yes.
But Alchemite Warforger done. Let's look at the next one. The Infantry.
I don't know why, but these soldiers look a bit like hobbits to me. Especially like the banner wielder. He's so small.
They do look kind of petite, don't they?
They are a bit itty bitty.
Also, the helmets really make them look like, you know, the Iron Hat.
Yeah.
But they do look like, you know, finally a proper militia, you know?
True.
Quite well armored, but not too well. They remind me of the guard in for Lake Town from the Hobbits.
Ooh.
With especially, you know, the hats with the padding on the ears and the, you know, uniform as well.
Yes.
Very.
I mean, I guess now we see like every soldier in the unit.
Yeah.
We've also talked about these before, so
yeah.
Like the second page is, for example, almost nothing new about that. But, sorry, word structure. Where is it? But like, who's the dude on the third slide?
This guy? Yeah.
Yes, the relic man.
I don't know.
He looks like a peasant more than anyone else, right? He's like, why is this weirdo? Why is this drunkard with 1 tooth for wielding what's probably the most valuable item of this unit? I do wonder.
It looks like a relic wielder.
He has a little napkin.
Napkin?
Yeah, he's wearing one of those baby napkins.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Didn't even notice that. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, these guys. I don't know. You're definitely right in saying that we have seen them before, and there's not that much more to say about them. I really like that they've, you know, started to give even the infantry some proper, you know, facial features, so they are unique in their own right. And the armor itself has, you know, slight variations in between, which is nice. And also interested to see in how you will be able to equip them, because, you know, the sergeant, of course, wields a different, you know, weapon than anybody else. Like these 2 guys with their hammers.
I think all of these count just as one-handed weapons, probably.
Yeah, but yeah. Okay, possibly. So like the Empire Militia in this regard. So just for fluff.
One thing I find interesting, I think this is the first Warhammer take on humans, where humans don't beat their opponent by sheer mass alone. Right? These are not we swarm the enemy with our infantry type of human infantry.
Yeah.
These are just competent soldiers. And in fantasy, it was, you know, kind of similar, but I feel like most of the time Warhammer humans definitely have to like beat the enemy with quantity instead of quality, and these guys could be the exception.
Yeah. That's interesting. You're definitely right in saying this. The design philosophy and the approach to humans definitely has changed with the new 3 Cities of Sigmar. Especially, you know, considering what you just said, they are probably the best armored human infantry, you know, quote-unquote throwaway infantry as well. You know, just some random militia. but they've got full body protection with chainmail, plate, leather. A bit, you know, short on the boots, but that's alright. That's like the most complicated thing you can forge. But very well equipped, very uniformly equipped as well, so, you know, definitely some money put from the higher ups there.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Next up are the knights. We've also seen those before. Games Workshop is really mostly retreading old grounds here, but I guess it does make sense since it's the box that contains all of these, right?
Yeah. I mean, again, we've talked about these. They look good.
Yes.
Moving on.
I don't think these are... Is there any new knight here? I don't think so. I'm not sure. Either way, everything we could say about these has already been said, right?
Yeah.
Maybe make a short about Warhammer Fest clips where we talk about those to refresh our opinions.
The Inquisitor says it sounds heretical that they would value human life. That's unusual for sure, but I mean, the Cities of Sigmar have a far more, you know, positive outlook and approach on what they're doing, so...
I mean, the Cities of Sigmar are also far more willing to work together with other races,
yeah,
right?
Definitely.
There's like elves in there, and dwarves and shit.
Interesting point as well, that now that the Inquisitor is mentioning this, we haven't seen like a witch hunter or anything like this for the three Cities of Sigmar.
That's true.
That's like the first thing that they really don't have.
And we've also not really seen any like traditional classical magicians.
Yeah.
The one magician that they've shown us so far is a metal alchemist.
Yeah.
A full metal alchemist.
See what we did there.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe Age of Sigmar's Empire. Age of Sigmar's Empire, 3 guilds, cities. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Still very tired, as you can hear.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just, you know, less magic focused in general.
Which would be nice. I honestly would like this for the humans. I think it would make them kind of unique. And if they, you know, have just some guys even reinforcing their maybe like well put together armor, I think that would be already decent enough.
Yeah.
I think they, yeah, in that regard, they might actually...
What's more annoying to me, so far they haven't shown anything regarding guns.
Yeah.
No cannons, no black powder. We've seen 2 guns on a character model, but that barely counts, right?
You're right. So far it's just been melee combat. Not even archers.
Yeah, because of that, I feel like, once again, at the beginning I said, this feels more like a Bretonia army than an Empire army. That's like my main complaint. If they don't like introduce guns, then I'm like, okay, this is more Bretonia than Empire.
We have seen, remember the guy who wrote the Ogre? He had like this specially constructed
he had
gun.
like a rifle. He had a rifle, that's right.
So I'm sure the free guild, the free cities will get some artillery protection and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far they haven't really shown it.
Let's get on to the main attraction here, right? The Lioness of the Parch.
Yes. You may have noticed just a little sting in the tail of the preview video. The awe-inspiring presence of Thalia Vedra, Lioness of the Parch. Hell
yeah, this is clearly the centerpiece, right?
Oh, definitely. This model looks so fucking great.
Yes. This is the new card, France, I'm assuming.
This is of course, yeah. They're keeping the wings, they're keeping the theme, but they've shrunk the body a bit and made it a lion. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
And like put an entire throne on the back there.
Yeah.
Oof.
The straight up like the golden throne of Warhammer.
Well, it's less like a throne, more like one of those altar thingies.
Oh, yeah.
What do you call them?
So like a shrine?
I'm not sure if shrine is what I mean, but I don't know the name anymore.
Interesting. So looking
I have a flyer in my room somewhere where name is written down on. But who cares? Who cares?
Oh, also interesting. This is a named character, but she's got like different weapon options as well.
Well, what I'm assuming is that there's going to be an alternative for her. That's a generic character, right?
Ah, okay, that might be
similar to how Karl Franz has a normal Emperor guy on Griffin. So if you buy the character model on Griffin, it doesn't have to be Karl Franz.
That might be true. The Inquisitor also agrees that he needs this miniature for his army.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
what army do you play Inquisitor in?
Oh yeah, interesting. Good question. So he can't be playing the Free City of Sigmar. He's playing... no, hang on, he can. He absolutely can. He just gets a massive revamp.
Yeah. So I'm assuming the version of the helmet is like an unnamed generic character model on a big manticore. And the character without the helmet and long hair, that's the named version. Which is very cool. I like that. I'm
interested to see if you're right, because this is a very striking model, so I'd be interested to see in how they're trying to, distinguish a generic character from this one.
I mean, if you go on Games Workshop right now...
Yeah, I know the Karl Franz model you mean, like the different...
No, I mean a more modern... The most recent example that I can think of, hold on, let me look it up.
Hang on, I'll follow you.
Gobsprak.
Who?
I'm gonna send you a link.
Right. Oh shit.
Compare... Yeah, where is it? Compare this guy.
Yeah.
And this guy. I'm assuming it's a situation like that. Because both of those are very striking, right? But at the same time, one of them is generic, one of them is named.
Okay, hang on. I need to...
Is this English name also Gobsprak? I sure hope. Yes.
Hang on, I need to reassemble my setup. Sorry. Okay. So this guy... Ah, yeah. I mean... Nah, these are very different miniatures.
Are they?
Yeah, the head of the beast is entirely different. The throne in the back. Okay, just got these extra things on.
Yeah, I mean, it's just mostly just extra... Oh, other example, while we're on the topic of special orc monsters, like these two here. Apart from the paint job, which, obviously it's just a paint job thing, they are pretty similar in my opinion. It's mostly like a small change between the generic character model.
Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. Fair enough. Point taken.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that's like the case with this character.
Okay, Inquisitor also says that he'll probably kit bash this character to fit his army. That's,
I wonder,
I've had it.
Could you fit... I want to see a kit bash where the lion from 40k works together with this thing.
Shit.
The lion riding a lion would just be sick.
That would be sick.
Especially if it's like a gigantic human riding a gigantic
I can
lion.
tell you right now that I don't possess the skill to kit bash this, but I'm interested to see if other people will try to do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is definitely the centerpiece, the big preview of the Cities of Sigmar today.
Absolutely. I think it might actually be just the centerpiece, right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. This is probably going to be the highlight for today. Interesting. So, we're not sure if we're doing a tier list yet, but I'm definitely sure that this currently is my S tier.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't think the line will be beat today, especially if the second thing that's announced today is just a bunch of knights, which I've mentioned it before, but I think knights are just not my aesthetic.
Oh, right. It's knights, right?
Or maybe it's knights, definitely.
So the next thing is Horus Heresy. That was it for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, and we're going to get 2 old knight patterns, which have been put out by Forge World until now, but we'll get them in plastic form.
Are we?
Yeah, that's what Ziggy said, didn't he? Yeah.
No, he said Titans in plastic.
Yeah, I
form.
think he means these guys.
Okay.
I don't think that they're going to put the Warlord Titan as a plastic miniature. I don't think that's a priority for them.
So, first complaint about the first miniature I have here.
Yeah.
This is like a titanic construct with a lot of strength, but the sword it has basically is its equivalent of a short sword.
Yeah.
They could have made that blade twice as long, in my opinion. I don't know.
He's telling them, yeah. You're right. Didn't even think about that. Like, this sword is like as tall as like 3 people, right? But in the hands of this miniature, it is kind of small.
Basically, if I had to like draw Warhammer 40k knights as human characters in like a fantasy setting, this would be like a rogue.
Yeah.
Like a sneaky guy with a sword, with a short sword and like a little bow, and he sneaks around and steals shit. But it's a knight. It's an Imperial knight. I want to see that thing sneak around his city and steal shit, admittedly. That would be fun, but doesn't really fit, does it?
I like the design of the sword. I'm not that keen on this pattern of knight. I think I already said it. I think the Imperial Knights are fun to me because they are kind of, clunky and oversized, especially the shoulder pauldrons, and the sleeker and arguably better designs are just not my style. I don't think they really fit. They are from the Golden Age, of course, but I just don't like them. I like the casual knights better.
No, I agree.
Especially because, the casual knights were also not Forge World exclusive, and they were pretty decent plastic kits. But actually, my main complaint with this pattern of a knight, like not only focusing on his equipment, is that he doesn't have enough armor, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can see that.
The armor is just... It seems like it's been in the washer for too long. Like, it's kind of too small. It's kind of shrunken down. He has his crotch protector of all things, which is hilarious to me.
His gun is wearing more armor than his stomach is.
Yeah. Like, this is like his entire axis that his entire body rests upon is absolutely free. Like, one good shot in, of course, it is a relatively hard to hit target, but this to me seems just like an extreme vulnerability.
Once again, going back to his sword arm, his arm is really, not only is his sword very short, it feels like, his arm also is like weirdly short. I don't even know where is its elbow supposed to be.
Oh my god.
If it's supposed to have an elbow.
Can he even reach the ground looking like this?
I don't know. It looks to me like he just can't bend his sword arm.
Yeah. I mean, of course his melee weapon is intended to fight other Titanic models, but yeah. This is kind of weird.
Sure, but I don't know, if I were like tasked with designing a 30-meter tall gigantic war machine, I would give it like a very long scythe, I guess. Or like an axe or a hammer, something that can smash the ground.
I mean, there are other patterns of knight. I think it's the one of the patterns of knights that have already been released. Like, one of them is wearing literally like an energy shield, like the size of his body, and a big lance. So that's definitely more, fitting to this. Maybe they couldn't do this because of, if you think about it, trying to balance this thing, like one arm can't be that much heavier than the other. So maybe I'm just
saying, let's move on to the second knight here.
Yeah.
Because he does like everything I can complain about with the first knight. I think this guy does better. just his you can see like more his arm moving, I guess. No, actually, maybe it's just the angle.
Yeah, I think it's the angle in this case. I also don't think that the chainsaw sword is that much longer than the other one.
Yeah, now that I compare them.
Yeah, I think that was just the first impression. My first impression also was that this guy is better armor than the other, but that's also just because of the chainsaw.
The angle.
Yeah.
Very interesting, very interesting.
Oh man.
So I think we can both agree. Like, I already don't really like knights because in my opinion they look like hunchback robots. But even like you who really likes knights, this is not like your favorite pattern, right?
Yeah. I don't... I mean, maybe I'll warm up to it in the future, but so far I really don't like that they're just not that well armored, especially as melee titans. And I just think that the, you know, sleeker design in this case, realistically thinking, doesn't need to be that sleek. I mean, of course, they can probably cross the distance, close the distance quicker. But
it's a bit counterproductive to the knight's whole design aesthetic. It's like making a sleeker Land Raider.
Yeah, I mean, again, these are patterns from, you know, the golden age of technology. So these patterns are technologically speaking and, you know, design philosophy speaking, just, you know, meant to be more sleek and better than the current knight designs. And the one thing that I noticed that definitely, you know, stands out to me in this regard are their legs. They've got like these kangaroo legs, right? So the knee bends backwards. They have like one extra. It looks like
the arm doesn't have an elbow, but the knees have two shins.
I think the kneecap is fixed in position. But I think that this, you know, entire leg structure just helps. It feels like it should help with, you know, weight distribution and everything. So
I do like the ammo feeding metal pipe thingy though. That one's cool.
But again, like to be short, they're fancy. People who like these kind of knights are probably very happy that they finally come in plastic and not the shitty resin. But for me, it just doesn't do it.
Yeah,
I'm not
a big knight guy in general.
Maybe I'll warm up to it, but right now, nah. I'll stick to my regular knights.
Sorry that I'm not that eloquent today, by the way. I'm still pretty tired. So often I'll be like, oh, I like the pipe metal thingy, when it's clearly like neither a pipe.
I mean, everybody knows what you're talking about, so
true.
That's alright. I mean,
next up,
rewatching my streams are also just cringe at how I talk, so that's alright. Kruleboyz, finally.
Monkey boys.
What?
We've had crabs in Warcry. We had a fish in Warcry. Now get ready for monkey.
Is it Warcry? Oh yeah, it is Warcry. I'm an idiot. Sorry.
Well, Underworlds. No, it's Warcry.
You're right. They are. Huh.
That's great. Every Warcry team now comes with one free animal, apparently.
That's cool.
Can you like make a team that's exclusively made? Oh, I mean the ogre team is kind of already bad, isn't it? There's like But yeah, I really like those. They're good. You know, I think the Kruleboyz do fit well the aesthetic of the evil orcs that don't know fun.
Yeah.
As opposed to the other orcs who are also evil but they do know fun. And these are no exceptions. Those definitely are some mad swamp orcs who are ready to kill a motherfucker and hunt some monsters.
Yeah. I can't agree more. Like, the one thing that I immediately noticed, you know, after the monkeys is the musician, you know? Like, this guy bangs his drum. But he's also just, you know, straight up calling out. He doesn't need a, like, trumpet or something.
Sure.
He's just calling out possibly, you know, the monsters, but...
Oi! Get over here.
Yeah.
First, like,
get over here!
when I bang your mom. I noticed that apparently these orcs are very keen on stealing eggs. Maybe like those vulture eggs with for the big vultures I've shown you before, because the goblin is carrying a big egg.
Yeah.
The boss has like 3 eggs in his basket.
Oh yeah, you're right.
In general, these orcs are seemingly not intent on fighting humanoids, but more just monsters.
He's like an R-rated Easter bunny, just straight up carrying them on his back.
I mean, yeah, you could call him that, I guess.
Yeah, like his horns kind of look like the bunny ears.
That sounds like a good Easter video idea, Kid Bash video idea.
Oh my gosh.
Turning this model into an Easter bunny. Good luck.
Yeah.
Is there like a bunny in Warhammer? Any bunny-esque models?
Nah. Oh no, I don't think so. I'd be really surprised.
Like a Skaven? No.
Nah. But,
I like them. I think they're cool. I think they look cool.
Yeah.
There certainly are orcs. There's not much to say about the normal guys with the spears and shit, because those are just orcs. Those are just savage orcs, right?
Yeah. Like the visual storytelling is on point. These guys hunt monsters. They're covered in fur. They're covered in skulls. The musician has this big, claw mark on his chest. So definitely from a, dicey fight. Yeah. They're also wearing turtle shells or lizardman shells on their crotch, or scales,
A lot of fur, a lot of leather, a lot of skulls and shit. Yeah. These orcs don't fight humans. They don't fight humanoids. We're just monster hunters, but they could kill you if they wanted to.
Oh, Inquisitor says he did a kit bash to turn a Gretchen into an Easter bunny.
I mean, this is like a goblin with an egg, so maybe he could be.
Yeah.
True.
So, quickly going through them, the normal guys are not that special. They're neat, but, nothing that we haven't seen before. I really like the henchman just trying to steal this egg. I think he's quite cool. He's very well designed and very well armored as well.
Yeah, a lot of spikes.
I also like.
Why do I feel like this henchman doesn't fight himself?
Yeah.
The war boss just sometimes picks him up and throws him at his enemies.
I also like.
And the henchman curls up to a spiky ball.
Yeah. He's wearing this entire turtle shell on his back, so definitely just can crawl under, crouch down. So I think that's very neat. So this guy is literally just there to protect the bounty, right?
Yeah.
To protect the game. And
I think this is a very typical Warcry or Underworlds team, right? Very cool, very cool main character models, and then some relatively generic looking moves.
Yeah.
But also an animal, which is funny monkey.
Yeah. So the main hunter himself is very nice. Gives me really Mad Max vibes with all of his gear and gadgets. And what do you want to say?
If these monkeys are a testament to what Games Workshop can do nowadays, now I really want to see an ogre refresh of the Yetis. Just paint these white and give them an ice effect, and you have some cool ogre Yetis, in my opinion. Yeah.
Good idea.
Very neat. Very neat.
Yeah, the monkeys are neat, but they actually don't have that much to talk about. They're very neat.
Yes.
Nice.
They're just monkeys.
Yeah. Perfect in their own right.
Even.
Yeah.
Alright, and we also have another... This time it's actually Warhammer Underworlds, not Warcry. Yeah. Wait, isn't Warcry just Chaos only?
No.
I thought Warcry was Chaos versus Chaos versus Chaos versus Chaos.
You might be right. Oh shit. Well.
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Warcry. Right.
While you do that, the next thing we're
going to... there's also Warcry Lizardman army and all that.
Ah, right. I didn't know if... I think the Lumineth are Underworlds, aren't they?
Let me... Hold on. Underworlds has every army. Warcry has every army. What was I thinking of?
I don't know.
No, Warcry is mostly chaos. Like 9 out of 10 Warcry armies are chaos armies.
Okay.
It's just that occasionally there's also Lizardmen apparently.
Maybe the other factions are sold out. But
No. It's like the Jade Obelisk, Karanek's Claws, which are the Corrin guys, the Dissected, which are Slaanesh people, Astrogar Blade Masters, who are, martial guys, Iron Golems, who are Corn themed. Those are like all chaos themed. And then very occasionally there's like the Canite Shadowhunters, who are probably like elves.
Oh yeah. So Warcry is all about tribes, chaos tribes.
Yeah, Warcry is mostly about chaos tribes, and then occasionally there's like dark elves and lizardmen, presumably just fighting back.
Yeah.
Makes sense, I suppose.
Fair enough. That's nice, actually. Neat.
Yeah.
Actually, completely forgot about the other tribes in Warcry.
And now orcs are coming to join them.
Yes. And also the Kruleboyz as well. Like, I know what you meant by orcs, but
yes, okay.
It's the Kruleboyz of the orcs, so the worst kind
yeah.
of orcs for these kind of guys.
The most Tolkien-esque orcs, I suppose.
Yeah. So, and now we have Skabik's Plaguepack.
Yeah, Skaven. Always a bit happy about Skaven releases because they're one of the armies that their models haven't really aged well. Actually, their models have aged well. They're just aged. Very aged.
I think some of the miniatures are just that old that.
Yes.
I mean, some miniatures really just didn't get a refresh at all in the Skaven roster, and those have really.
For example, the Plague Monks.
Yeah.
Plague Monks never got refreshed. Let's see what the new Plague Monks look like.
Yeah, let's go.
Already, cool smoke effects. Hell yes.
Yeah.
Games Workshop really is flexing their smoke effects here.
Games Workshop is, lately. I mean, I always say lately they've become really good at what they're doing, but what I mean is for the past 2 years, they've been just putting out amazing miniatures. Yeah, really digging the design on these guys. The swollen eyes. All of these guys have swollen eyes, don't they? Yeah, they do.
I think Plague Monks are often blind.
Are they blind?
At least, wasn't Lord Skrolk blind?
Oh, right.
I would just like to point out.
Hmm?
Hold on. Sending you a picture via Discord.
Right.
Just take a look at them. Take a look at them.
God damn it. So. Oh.
And then take a look at the second slide.
So, hang on. Yep. Holy shit, dude.
Google the biggest plague of them all.
Oh gosh, come on! Work with me. So these are the Plague Monks. These are... Yeah. Oh, dang! Now that I look at them, side by side, holy shit.
The second slide is better, in my opinion, as a comparison.
So this one? No, I actually was on the second slide. I think.
Sorry, probably
the delay, stream delay.
Yes.
So, damn, yeah, this is the perfect comparison because this guy, down here, covered in these bandages and scrolls, he really looks like the average Plague Monk from back then, but this time with hella reimagining. Holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, for the sensor bearers, those are upgrades. Well, this is a huge upgrade, and I'm really sad that this is just an Underworld army and not, an actual unit they're revealing.
I mean,
because quite frankly, why not?
They kind of are being done dirty the same way that Beastmen are being done dirty, right? So
yes.
Beastmen are getting an expansion in a Warhammer 40k kill team, and the Skaven only get expansions for either the models that already look good, like the one assassin they got way back, and now they finally get some proper Plague Monks, but also as a kill team.
Yeah, Skaven It's so weird. They could have just revealed, they could just sell 5 of these plague monks with sensor bearers, right?
Yeah.
And maybe 10 of normal plague monks on slide 3. And boom, they would have refreshed 2 very old units that desperately needed a refresh.
Yeah.
But instead they put both like into a Warhammer Underworlds pack.
The picture
very strange.
The picture you sent me via Discord, is that from the actual page right now?
That's on Games Workshop right now, yes.
Sheesh. They look like tin models. Are they tin?
They are tin. They
are tin.
Definitely are.
Shit.
These are old.
Dang.
No, what? Hold on.
Are they not?
Apparently they're not.
They look like tin. They look like tin.
Yes. Okay, the normal Plagueman page says that it's plastic. The thing is, those are Plague Monk sensor bearers, and their page doesn't say what they're made of.
Dang. So, I
By the
think
way,
that...
the 5 models I sent you, 35 euros.
Yeah.
So there's a reason why Fantasy died.
There's a reason why. I mean, the prices for Fantasy are just like definitely I could talk so long about prices of Fantasy, especially the Skaven. The Skaven are such bullshit. Like, yeah. Oh yeah, hey guys, here's a Horde army. Oh, you want some snipers? 3 guys for 50 euros. There you go.
To be fair, the snipers aren't part of a Horde, right?
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
Like, bruh.
So basically my summary for this is, I really hope that they use these sculpts of a Skaven they already have to, you know, refresh the Plague Monks, because clearly you can make cool Plague Monks.
Yeah.
Clearly you can make Plague Monks who look good. Why still sell the old ones?
Yeah.
Why not refresh them with this?
I mean, fair enough, they are, you know, currently reworking Fantasy, so we're probably going to see the Skaven refresh there. And in terms of Age of Sigmar, they already, you know, doing an entire new army, be it the Cities of Sigmar. So I get why they can't allocate that much resources over there. One last thing that I wanted to say about the design of these guys is how I like that they really look like monks this time.
Yes.
Especially the main leader. He has like these prayer beads on his hand. He's got many incense burners. He's standing on like a bell, I think. So the monk aspect.
I thought this was like a hammer or a pipe. No, I think it's just a pipe.
Okay, a pipe. Fair enough. But yeah, so I think the monk design with these guys is shining through a lot better.
No, wait. I checked the video for what this might be, and it's... But now I'm confused. My guess, it's a broken gun. Maybe like a broken cannon. A cannon that was split in 2. I'm not sure.
Right.
It's a bit confusing.
I mean, fair enough. But yeah, the effects are great. The sculpts are neat. I like the little red guy over here. Who just got a piece of warpstone.
If all Skaven looked like this, I would have actually considered playing Skaven. Like when I, was looking to start a new army and I decided on Lizardmen. Like if all Skaven looked like this one, I would have probably asked you, hey, can I have your Blood Island Skaven?
I mean, fair enough. Apart from the elite units, the Skaven got like kind of a soft refresh. The clan rats and the big constructs like the bell.
Yes, but Skaven never got their new army book for the last edition of Fantasy. They're still stuck with the old shit. They have never been refreshed with the elite models and shit. So
yeah, right. Oh fuck, that's actually funny that you say this. The Skaven were horribly outdated in terms of rules. Like, remember how I told you that I played against one of my pals from school who played Skaven, and I picked the Empire, an army that I never played. This was my first time playing as the Empire, and I absolutely rocked his shit without trying. Like, I killed like 1 miniature, and they got routed so bad that he lost like 50% of his army in the first 10 minutes of the game, and after that it was basically game over for him. So
keep in mind, the Empire was, for us at least, like the bottom tier army, right?
Yeah.
Against anyone else, the Empire usually just lost.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I feel like Skaven have been done dirty since the last Warhammer Fantasy Edition.
Yeah,
and
you're
they're
right.
still being done dirty now. I really hope, like when Underworlds comes out, that the Skaven get some love that they really deserve.
Yeah.
Speaking of Underworlds and armies that need love, Bretonia also didn't get a new codex, a new army book.
Yeah.
And the battle tome for the Final Fantasy Edition.
But now we can see the new reveals for Bretonia. Battle Standard.
Yes.
Oh, it's just the Battle Standard Bearer, ain't it?
It's just one dude.
All right. I got too excited there.
Sorry.
Oh, nice. Fair enough, though. I'm just happy about every Bretonian I see. So, for the people who don't know, when Warhammer Fantasy gets its revamp, I'm going to play Bretonia. So, I always wanted to play them. They basically just got phased out when I started playing the game. And, or say it differently, I started playing the game playing High Elves because I was all on the, Elven train. But I really liked Bretonia in terms of the color schemes they had. But I always felt, not skilled enough to do it. And then when I did feel skilled enough, they got phased out. So now that they're getting their revamp, I finally get my chance of painting them, and I will get this army.
Especially since they are the colorful super knights.
Yeah.
That, everyone wants to paint like a colorful knight.
Yeah.
I think this model looks very old school.
Yeah. And no,
like this could have been released 10 years ago, and I don't mean like that in a bad way.
Yeah.
I mean, this is clearly a Warhammer Fantasy model, not an Age of Sigmar model.
They're definitely keeping it in theme with the Warhammer Fantasy, which is nice because the people, small tidbit, Lego just, redesigned their city system, so their street system. And the old streets are just a tad too thick, I think, for the old street system. So everybody who's got their, Lego city built since generations now has to live with the fact that all of the new base plates are going to be shit when they try to, repopulate their Lego cities with the new builds. The new builds are shit in general, but But with Warhammer right here, Games Workshop definitely did think of the, tens of thousands of people who have their Warhammer Fantasy army since, 4th edition or 6th edition, latest. So these miniatures do not only possess the right proportions compared to the old miniatures, with their squared bases and everything, they also have the design on point. You can see that they've amped up their game, like when you look at the shield right here that this guy is carrying, the details there are very nicely done.
It's like a belt wrapping around it.
The small shield, the trim on the garb of the horse is printed on, I'm pretty sure, it's fully sculpted.
Yeah.
So you definitely see the difference, they're kind of flexing their muscles a little bit to show what they can do, definitely. But they won't stick out too much compared to, your old miniatures. Except for when you're a Skaven player, then you're boned. But this is very nice. I love the philosophy behind it.
I wouldn't be surprised though if Games Workshop's tactic right now was that if you are new at Games Workshop and you're not that experienced in modeling yet, that they send you to the old world instead of Age of Sigmar. I could imagine that.
that's kind of a spicy take, but
I could certainly see it because, in my opinion, Age of Sigmar models are just more complex, more difficult.
Yeah.
Compare the Free Guild General to this knight, right? The Free Guild General has ornaments and chainmail and hammer stuff and all that shit everywhere. He has 4 different head options. This is just a knight boy.
Yeah, definitely. So I get what you're saying.
Same thing with Kill Team, actually. Same opinion. No, not Kill Team. Horus Heresy.
Oh, Horus Heresy. Oh yeah.
I think Horus Heresy. Oh fuck. Okay, I just got spoiled for something. Sorry. Oh. Continue talking.
I get what you're saying. Horus Heresy is, done already, anyways. But yeah. I don't know what I wanted to say. I think the Standart Barrett, coming back to the miniature and going away from the whole philosophizing aspect, I think it's a very nicely done sculpt. I think it'll fit very well into anyone's Bretonian army that's already established. And he's also definitely neat, he is really the highlight for people who want to freehand their banners, which is really nice, because
absolutely.
the fully sculpted banners, as nice as they are, especially for beginners in the hobby, I feel like especially Bretonia should leave as much of their coat of arms blank as possible. Dude, the garb is printed, the trim is sculpted, but the banner and the overall coat of arms of the horse is mostly blank because people want to freehand the absolute shit out of these guys, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, the vibe I'm getting from Bretonia too is like Bretonia is for painters.
Yeah. And I'm going to freehand the ever-living shit out of these guys.
I do hope that if you actually start playing Bretonia, that you don't make them too grimdark, because I don't know, I like less grimdark Bretonia.
Yeah, I will make them colorful fucking guys. I will try to keep them, kind of down to earth with possibly, with some kind of, dust on them and stuff.
Oh, I'm not telling you to not use Nalnor.
Yeah,
okay? But I mean, like, I've never been a fan of the whole, Bretonia is kind of Warhammer Fantasy's equivalent of a Tau. And then Games Workshop just went, these guys aren't dark enough, let's make them darker in the lore.
Yeah.
That sucked.
With Bretonia, they did?
Yeah, I think it used to be just a generic King Arthur kingdom.
Yeah.
And then they were like, this is not dark enough. Okay, but now they're also like fascists towards the peasants and kill them for sport.
Oh, alright, you mean that. Yeah. Never noticed that actually, huh? Really? Dang, alright. Okay.
Alright, moving on. I wasn't excited looking at the thumbnail for the next announcement.
Yeah.
And then I kind of scrolled a bit, and now I'm very excited actually, because this is cool.
Okay, let's see. Battle on an epic scale. Remember the prediction?
I didn't see that. I didn't read the whole.
Oh yes.
I only saw the picture.
Oh yes. This is exactly what you predicted in the last Warhammer Fest video we did.
Did I?
Yeah. Remember the trailer that was that I was actually mad about because it didn't say anything. Yeah. And then you said, hang on, it says we're battling on an epic scale. We can massive armies. This has to be the teaser for the next epic system.
Yeah.
And I was like mind blown of this revelation, and you're actually just on point. This is the new epic scale.
Right. I mean, I'm a bit surprised that it's just Horus Heresy.
Oh
shit. And I'm also surprised that we're just casually showing off like 2 titans walking around there.
Yeah.
Of course, they're titans at the scale of what? Mauler Fiend, I guess. I think my Mauler Fiend is about as big as those two.
You have to remember, I think these titans are there because of the, Adeptus Titanicus system already in place, right?
Oh, those already exist.
Yeah, I think we've already got like Adeptus Titanicus just for titans, and I think GW will possibly make them somewhat fit in there. I mean, the infantry models are, I think, already too large to really fit, but looking at the detail of these guys, group, isn't it? Yeah, and like the details of these guys, if we scroll further down to the units, holy shit, dude.
That's the thing. Usually I'm not excited about Space Marines at all. Usually I do not care about Space Marines. But like, for some reason I could imagine like playing those.
Yeah.
I do not care about Horus Heresy, but at this scale, it's like fresh. At this point, here it's like exciting. Like, okay, I'm not just controlling a Space Marine, how boring. No, I'm controlling 5 Space Marines. Let's go.
I literally just started my Horus Heresy army. I'm already planning to get the Cities of Sigmar. I already said I will play Bretonia. And now the fucking epic system is coming out. Oh.
I mean...
This looks so much fun.
I have no idea. Oh fuck, the game deploys in August.
This year?
So this year. In 2 months. I have no idea how much this will cost. 0.
Okay. That's actually a good point. Because this isn't like your epic scale from back in the day. So back in the day, epic scale was kind of just, neat already with their miniatures. You could kind of see the details, but this is actually insane detail for that scale. Like, hot damn.
Yeah.
And this might actually be more expensive.
If you go to the second slide thingy, and look at the tanks.
Oh.
Yeah, when I say
so this is the Dreadnought guys.
One of the tanks has like a Space Marine sticking out, and it looks so funny to me. I don't know why.
Hang on, what?
He looks way too big for the tank head.
yeah, the scale with epic is difficult, so I don't fault them for doing this, but it looks great, honestly.
I don't know. He looks a bit like Wrecking Ball from Overwatch, the way he's like sticking out of there, like a fat little hamster.
Like fuck, the hatch wouldn't close properly on this tank. The guy is way too thick, but it's fun. It looks great. Approved.
It's very. It makes him look cute in a way, which is, very funny.
Inquisitor's asking, did they put the Dawn of War into minis?
No, that would be over 40k, right?
Yeah. So the Dawn of War, as Theinrich just said, covers all of 40k, so Eldar, Tau, everything, and the Horus Heresy just covers Space Marines because, again, I think they're just making easy money at this point, right? They just have to print one army and one type of vehicle basically, and everybody can just paint them accordingly to their legion, and then they're done, right? So this is the easy way out to kind of get a feel for if it would, sell having an epic scale for 40k as well. So that's my guess why they're doing Horus Heresy first.
And then things get really interesting because actually not everyone is a Space Marine.
Oh shit! Oh fuck!
I don't know what these are. They're a bit too small for me to find out.
Yeah,
but I think
this is the Solar Auxilia.
Oh.
This is the Solar Auxilia. This is the precursor to the Imperial Guard.
Oh.
So these guys are So this guy is like the Imperial Guard on steroids.
Huh.
Like a bit like...
They even have like big ogres with like metal limbs. Very cool.
Yeah. Very interesting. So I can kind of play my Imperial Guard in there as well. Kinda. That's cool. That's sweet.
So once again, how much do they value like a miniature in this? I mean, this box.
Thinking about, I think, let's have a look at Adeptus Titanicus, right? Let's go to.
Here's the thing: if you look at like the video towards the end, everything they show in this first picture, all those like 10 tanks and 100 Space Marines and 2 Titans are in one box.
Yeah.
Which seems insanely expensive to me, right?
I mean, the rulebook is also there, yeah.
But then again, like first Age of Darkness box was surprisingly cheap for what it was. So I'm guessing this will be priced like Age of Darkness.
So what will they put in there? So all of this. Oh dang. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13?
106 Space Marines, 104 Guardsmen, 2 Titans.
There are a whopping 223 miniatures in the box.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Very small miniatures, but like miniatures nonetheless. So how much will this box cost?
Alright, I think in this case they put the Titans in there to kind of amp up the price.
Possibly.
Because these Reaver Titans cost,
no, I think
the Warhammer Titans
like,
cost €6.
I think it's more like because Games Workshop wants to have like a centerpiece in every box. And these Titans are definitely the centerpiece.
They also actually don't cost that much, comparatively speaking. Like 2 Warhounds cost €60, which for a Titan is alright.
Yeah, but okay, so maybe $300 for this box sounds reasonable?
Nah, $300 is too much. I feel like it feels. Yeah, I think Games Workshop is kind of aware that they can't charge the big money, even though they're selling big armies, because the miniatures themselves are so small, right?
How much was Age of Darkness at release?
150. 150.
Yep. Wow. Okay, then I'm guessing 150 for these two.
Yeah, 150 or 180. I think 150 though.
180 seems more realistic now.
Oh, it was 150 on Kotaami. Sorry, it was 180 on Games Workshop, right?
Okay. Then I say this will be 200 on release. Maybe 223.
Like getting a feel for it, looking at the Adeptus Titanicus guys. Right, the regular knights, now with inflation of course, cost €35 for 3 knights.
Yeah.
So the box set Horus Heresy Adeptus Titanicus with 6 titans, 4 titans and 2 knights costs 140. So yeah, the Inquisitor says 200. So I guess around the 200 mark would be alright. I guess. I mean, it's 200 miniatures, right? So technically speaking. So yeah.
Right.
I think that sounds kind of reasonable. Not only kind of. This sounds reasonable. Fairly reasonable.
It's surprising to me how many different like game systems Games Workshop is setting up right now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Kill Team, Epic, 40k, Fantasy, Old World.
Yeah.
Underworlds.
You
Warcry.
know that they got. You fucking know they got the big money during Rona, and now they're trying to invest it in as many horses as they can to see what will work in the long run.
Well, obviously, like treating Kill Team and 40k like two separate games is a bit ingenuous, and considering.
I mean,
if you have a 40k army, you can play Kill Team.
The same thing kind of goes for like Horus Heresy, right?
Yeah.
So.
I don't know, but like Horus Heresy has like dreadnoughts and tanks that aren't compatible.
Yeah, but you know, the Space Marines now, like with the 10th edition of 40k, they also kind of aren't compatible to. Or maybe wait, I'm just reinforcing your point. Okay, right.
Yeah. Like
they aren't firstborn anymore. Are they? I don't think so.
I don't know.
But yeah, it's kind of, you know, the same universe, but it's interesting how this will play out. But now that now that the initial hype has dialed down, I'm actually feeling way more, you know, level-headed about this new system. So depending on the price, if it is 200 plus, I don't think I will, you know, invest in it. If it's below, maybe I can get JD to split a game. Maybe we can.
I mean, it's interesting. I wonder what it means for like the future, but for me, it's still Horus Heresy, and once again, that's like that's the setting in Games Workshop I care about the absolute least.
Yeah, they are very fun to paint though. Like, I painted like 2 to 20 Marines in the 24-hour live stream, 16-hour live stream, and
where did you get those from?
Age of Darkness.
Oh, you mean Horus Heresy?
Horus Heresy, right? Yeah.
Right.
And Horus Heresy, like I think they're very fun to paint and collect. More so than Imperial Guard, actually. I kind of feel like it.
There's a reason Space Marines are the mascot.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel like this reveal, the epic Horus Heresy reveal, is supposed to be like the main reveal here.
Yeah.
Like for fantasy, it's clearly like the Cities of Sigmar with the lion.
Yeah.
And for 40k, even though it was announced no 40k, but for 30k, it's clearly this.
Yeah.
Which of these two do you think is like the bigger reveal? And what would you say was your favorite reveal today?
Pun intended, by the way.
No, pun
bigger
not
reveal.
intended. The Manticore is bigger than the Titans here, so something tells me wouldn't be much of a comparison.
I mean, this is an entirely new game set with, like, I already see, like, basically 20 different miniatures revealed at once, right? So all the different dreadnoughts, all the different tanks. And I also think this is going to be hella fun to play. So this is basically, this will give 40k and Horus Heresy players the same feel that you would get from playing Warhammer Fantasy, right? Big armies clashing together. And I don't know, what's the bigger reveal? I think this came, I feel like this new epic system for 30k is the bigger reveal because it just got teased, it was teased on the fringes. You were very right with your prediction, and which is very cool, I think. And
I think so too. I think this is like the bigger reveal today because both this and the Cities of Sigmar get a new box, but the Cities of Sigmar already had like some of the miniatures revealed through like the weekly showcases.
Yeah,
we've already seen the knights, we've already seen the infantry, foot soldiers and shit.
And one more thing that I want to check: the box set that they revealed, that they advertised for Cities of Sigmar. Yeah, it won't include the character model, which is
no.
It won't include the lioness.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
That's disappointing.
Not from what I gather. When you look at the very first photo, it just shows the infantry, the generic guys.
True, and if you look at the video, it does show a box, and next to the box you see the lion. So.
Oh, the video, right?
Yeah, at the end of the video. True. So yeah, I'd say the epic reveal is probably the one Games Workshop is banking on right now the most. But I personally, my S tier of the day, clearly the lion, Thaleda. Yeah, and my second favorite reveal probably the Skaven Plaguebearers.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I think they look really good, and they desperately need a refresh, and this is like good hope spot.
So today we're doing the tier list kind of just verbally because simply because I don't have Clipped Studio Paint anymore. I don't think.
And also mostly because it's one Warhammer reveal thingy, right? It's not an entire fest where we reveal something every day.
It kind of feels like it's been like one day of a fest, right? Because the reveals have been very neat today and very big as well.
True, but today has been
like just announcing an entirely new system, on the drive-by on a preview. Also, one more thing, the Inquisitor said something. A little conspiracy theory. During Corona, I actually saw some people scale down their minis to put more in less space. So maybe they pull this trend off the 3D printing community. Nah, I don't think so. I think they've kind of intended to, maybe not intended actively to revive the epic scale, but I do feel like this is not coming from, just out of the blue from Corona. What was I saying?
It would be fun putting these epic scale miniatures into like a normal sized kill team terrain box.
Ooh.
Like a normal kill team terrain is just some ship interior probably. Yeah. But with those miniatures, it's suddenly a very big ship.
I'm also very interested to see in how they're going to sell these guys, right? With Horus Heresy, they started selling the Marines like in 20 people squad, because Horus Heresy has just the Marines, and it's also supposed to be big battles. And I'm wondering if these, for the epic scale, they're just, selling armies basically, or like battalions. Because I don't think anybody's gonna pay like, what, 20 euros for 20-man squad of Solar Auxilia. I think they want the armies right away, right? It feels like this. It feels like this. Anyway, my top reveals for today are actually very difficult. I feel like the Legions Imperialis, so the new epic system, is the, objectively speaking, biggest reveal of today, because they've shown 20 different miniatures, an entirely different game system, so that's very cool.
I mean, I agree with you on that, but what's your favorite?
Yeah, my favorite. Let's have a look at the Lioness again. Let's have a look at the Cities of Sigmar again. Oh, that's a very cool miniature. I do also really like the epic system though. The Inquisitor smells extension packs for the epic system. Yeah,
they do say that actually.
Oh, they do say.
Oh, by the way, I just realized we skipped over a few epic scale tanks and walkers.
Oh yeah, we did definitely. Oh yeah, right, the Solar Auxilia tanks. Dang, my own tanks, my own fucking tanks.
Skip them, whoops, and I guess the Titans. Well, we did see them.
Oh dang, the Lehman Rods is actually done really nicely. Like holy shit, the detail on these guys. Somehow the human gunner is better proportioned than the Space Marine.
I mean, duh, of course, it's a human. They can just make him very small. Right? You can't make a Space Marine that small.
Yeah. Okay, the tanks didn't as well. Very cool. Also detailed as heck, holy shit. At that scale, showing off independent rivets. Dang.
Independent missiles, right?
Yeah. Good luck drilling the barrels of these guys. Good fucking luck to you. And the Titans, of course. But, Titans from Adeptus Titanicus, they aren't that, mind-blowing. My favorite reveal of today, I think... Actually, been a long time that I've struggled so hard to find my favorite reveal. Let's have a look at the Lioness again. Cities of Sigmar are so cool though. The Cities of Sigmar didn't get much new revealed. Like we got this magician, right? So the metallurgy guy, the Alchemite war mage.
Yes.
And we've got the Lioness of the Parch.
And we got they basically finished what they've already started. Yeah. They showed the rest of the infantry soldiers.
The Lioness is cool. You know what? Favorite miniature of today is the Lioness, and the favorite reveal of today is actually the epic system.
So your S tier is the epic system.
Yeah. As far as reveals go, I feel that's only appropriate. What's
your third favorite reveal then?
My third favorite reveal is definitely the Warhammer Fantasy Standard bearer.
Okay.
He's like one single guy, and the sculpt isn't that impressive, but I'm definitely sold on the whole, bigger design philosophy of that Games Workshop takes with fantasy. They're not being dickheads like Lego. They're being actually sensible for once. Possibly, not the upper heads, of course, but the individual designers, they think ahead.
I mean, they do kind of increase the base sizes for all of their model and their scale of all the models. So in a way, they may be-ish are. But yeah, I think you can use your old Warhammer Fantasy.
One thing I will be looking out for with Fantasy though is that every miniature, I haven't read this one through, but every miniature so far for Fantasy, like the one Bretonian guy we saw and the one Tomb King guy we saw, they've both been confirmed to be made from resin.
Ooh.
Right? So,
what?
Yeah.
Have they?
Yeah, they have. That's been a huge debating point for me on the Warhammer Fest this year, right? So I've been really mad about this. And Yeah, they have. Trust me, bro.
That's a shame. That is a shame.
That is a massive shame. And if they do the same, like if they do resin for all Warhammer Fantasy, I'll actually lose my fucking mind. I'll actually lose this grown adult will lose his mind over plastic soldiers.
Okay, I went back to the Tomb King reveal, and it says new models for the game will be released in Citadel plastic and Forge World resin. And so hold on. Okay, so they say plastic and resin will be represented. True.
That still means that some parts of the fantasy will be resin. That's already. I'm glad that it won't be the full range, but I also kind of didn't expect that. But I hope that resin will only be reserved for like the most exotic of character models, which still then would be a shame. Like fuck me, resin is just such a shit material.
Yeah.
That being said, the design philosophy in and of itself, the sculpting itself is very nicely done. I really like the approach. I really like what they're doing, and I'm just all for it. So that's definitely my third favorite.
It is very faithful.
All of my three favorite reveals kind of like are circulating, right? So favorite reveal, favorite miniature, and favorite, fantasy is my favorite.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What's your least favorite reveal of today?
I mean, the Knights.
The Knights?
I don't care about the Knights at all. I don't like their aesthetic. I think they look silly. It is a not from a Warhammer 40k preview, so showing Warhammer Knights is a bit questionable. Even if they're technically 30k Knights, I don't care.
I see.
It's like showing off a 30k Space Marine, okay? It's still a Space Marine. You promised, yeah.
You promised, Games Workshop, you promised.
Yeah, so I feel, definitely like the Knights, other thing I dislike the most here.
Okay.
I'd say my rating would be Cities of Sigmar, then Skaven, then the Monsta-Killaz, then the Bretonian Standart. No, let me think about it. I think I like Epic more. Okay. Cities of Sigmar.
Yeah.
Skaven. Where does Epic go, actually? You know what? Epic, then Orcs, then Bretonian Standard Bearer.
Dang.
And then the Knights.
Okay.
The Standard Bearer is, one miniature who looks normal.
Interesting that you... Okay, so you're going more of, like, design itself. So not, like, preview and hype and feeling. So just talking about design here. Of course, your feelings
with personal preference. Otherwise,
yeah. but also okay.
No, if I went by design alone and not by hype and feeling, I would definitely put the orcs above Epic because I think the main orc and the goblins are very cool designed.
All right, fair enough.
Then it would be Cities of Sigmar, Skaven, Orcs, Epic, Bretonia.
I think my fourth place would be the Knights, actually. Simply because of people who enjoy them will really, finally be able... Like, every design that tells me that resin is being phased out of big models...
Let me double check if they're not made of resin. I wouldn't be surprised.
No. It literally says in the title that the Terrassus Knight, Acheron, and the Castigator come to plastic.
Okay.
So that's the one thing that's for sure, right? Otherwise it would be just outright scam. Yeah. So that's like something that I will always hold dear and near to my heart. And Warcry and Word Hollow, share kind of like the fifth place because as much as I like the design, I can't really care about them. These are game systems that I can't and won't care about. So, yeah. They're neat, but they're just not that interesting to me. As harsh as it
fool.
You're calling me a fool? Oh, fair enough, though.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. So, guys, that was it for the Warhammer Preview. The Inquisitor says you really do hate resin. Yeah, I do, with all my heart. It's like the Markiplier meme, right? If I see it and I was allowed to kill it, I would. Anyways, this was it for the Warhammer Preview of 2023. Summer Preview, that is. I'm very interested to see in the new reveals that will come out. I will try to get my hands on the coolest miniatures shown today. And remember, I will make some shorts out of this very long stream, 1.5 hours. And if they collectively get 1,000 likes, Theinrich will finally upload.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, likes. Will finally get, not views, I mean views could be so random, so that would be mean. So if they collectively get 1,000 likes.
I think I said views at the beginning, but...
No, I'm pretty sure you said likes. Because views are just like, maybe one short will just blow up, right? It can always happen. If it just put out more, you know? So I think fair would be to say likes. So, if all of the shorts together and the stream get 1,000 likes, Theinrich will finally upload 2 things on his channel.
Let's say
maybe face reveal.
Like, I would just upload a video game OST extension or something, because that wouldn't count.
Yeah, of course. So he will do it himself. Yeah, he'll do it himself. So
I'll make a 1 hour long video essay
about horror. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know about what, but it will be 1 hour long. Most of it will be drunken ramblings. Okay, I'll stop now.
Okay, you've heard the promises of Theinrich. You know what to do. Try to like the stream and the shorts that will come in comparison. I will put it in the title, like hashtag like for Theinrich or something.
No,
and
don't.
We'll try to get as many likes as possible to finally get Theinrich to fucking get going with this channel in the midst of his diploma as well.
So in the midst of having better things to do, but hey.
Thank you very guys. Thank you very much, guys, for tagging along. We've had an amazing viewer turnout today. Thank you very much. I highly appreciate it. And thanks for Theinrich to do this with me and raise my attention to this preview.
Yes, anytime.
Although he was, very, very tired and very much done with everything today.
See ya until next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
See ya until next time, and yeah, you know what to do.